12 laps the distance, the top 2 cars will transfer on to tonight's feature event here at the Advanced Auto Parts 360 Nationals. Roger Rager gets the Donahue Sports Center's car number 6 up on the front row. Outside of him, the car number 11X, that's Don Cooper. They'll work side by side through turns 3 and 4. Rager setting the pace. We'll start at the white line. Larry's keeping a close eye on your front row as they work through turns 3 and 4. To the white line, green flag, we're underway. 3 wide, down the front straightaway. Hang on, fellas. Holy cow, can you believe it? Everybody makes it through there. Duck and dive for positions down the back chute. Roger Rager works off turn 4. Your leader, hang on. Brent Antill gets a little high off turn 4. Gathering it back in down the front chute. Roger Rager in the B main. Oh, Brent Antill upside down. Turn 1 and oh. Looks like the 8F of Matt Fulstad also getting caught in that as Brent Antill is climbing out of the top of that race car, race fans. All right, Rager's bringing him off turn 4 to the orange cone here on the front chute. Green flag's out and we're racing. Everybody makes it by the cone, and look at Brett Golick trying to go to the high side down the back straightaway. They try to go 3 wide, not gonna do it. Travis Whitney working hard. Brett Golick is putting the moves on the field as he's trying to make his way around George Suprick, but not gonna do it. Travis Whitney now moves up into the 6th spot down the back straightaway. Don Cooper currently running in that 2nd and final transfer. Roger Rager still showing the way. John Bankston 3rd. Bankston takes a look to Cooper. Knock, knock, knock to the bottom, side by side on turn 2 down the back chute. Wheel to wheel and bumper to bumper racing. They bang wheels into turn 3. John Bankston now moves up into the 2nd spot. Don Cooper falls back 1 to 3rd. Rodney Turner running in that 4th spot. Wayne Pennington running 5th. Travis Whitney running 6th. Suprick, Crawley, Alexander, and Golick, your top 10 cars, as 5 laps are in the books, 5 laps down. Halfway for Roger Rager. 6 down, 6 to go. Roger Rager starting to extend the lead over John Bankston, who runs 2nd. Then it's way back there to the 11X of Don Cooper for 3rd. Travis Whitney starting to move up through the field as he works around Wayne Pennington. Travis Whitney runs in the 5th spot. Oh, Tim Crawley. The 91X up in smoke and slowing over in turn number 2. And Travis Whitney also off the pedal. Off turn 4, the speed quickens. Green flag, we're back underway. Bankston pulled right up on the back bumper of Roger Rager down into turn 1, but now Rager's starting to pull away once again as John Bankston, the top 2 cars. Look at Brett Golick, slingshot around the high side of Wayne Pennington off turn 4. Golick advances a position up into the 5th spot. Now Rodney Turner dueling it out with Don Cooper in turn 2, allowing Golick to reel him in down the back straightaway. Side by side, Turner and Cooper. Wheel-to-wheel action in turn 4. Now Brett Golick within striking distance of Rodney Turner, sets him up on the high side, drives the 5G deep into turn 1 up on the cushion. Takes a look to Rodney Turner down the back straightaway, takes over the 4th spot, now working into turn number 3 and 4. Cooper to the bottom side, white flag, 1 to go, Roger Rager. Brett Golick's trying to come home in position, but this is gonna come a little short as he moves up into the 3rd spot. Don Cooper falls back to 4th. Off turn 4 this time, the top 2 cars are gonna be Roger Rager and running 2nd, the 8B of John Bankston. Hang on the wall, hang in the garage, anything you want, wherever you want to hang it. And we'll be down there seeing what's new. seeing if he's got any photos hid in the back that aren't suitable for display.
Well, race fans, your front row, Wayne Johnson, Robert Sellers. Johnson, of course, the defending champion at the Advanced Auto Parts 360 Nationals. Oh, looking good again this year, starting on the pole. Keep your eyes on that number 29 as they roll through turn number 4. As they come to the white line, Johnson picks up the throttle. He and Sellers side by side on the front stretch. The rookie Sellers takes the lead, but Johnson powers by on the inside.
Oh, Curtis Thorson stuffs it in the fence. Is Dennis Moore Jr. struggles getting into turn 1, but gathering it back in. Both cars up to speed. Here they come down the front straightaway. The Neighbors Custom Coffees, car number 29 in of Larry Neighbors. Hauls her in on the high side.
There you see Larry Pinniger using the low side to work past Michael Dupuis for 4th. Pinniger goes to 4th, Neighbors up top, McCarl down low, battle for 6th.
Larry Neighbors and Dupuis battling it out now. Terry McCarl sneaks in on the bottom side, moves around Michael Dupuis.
Up front, Wayne Johnson stretching out a little bit. Robert Sellers having a good run in 2nd. Go back a ways for the battle for 3rd now as Danny Jennings, Larry Pinniger battle it out. Pinniger has the spot for the time being. Jennings slides up. Neighbors dips low. Neighbors goes to 4th. Jennings to 5th. McCarl runs 6th. There you see McCarl now goes beneath Jennings. McCarl goes to 5th. Up front, Wayne Johnson has it hooked up on the bottom. Robert Sellers, never seen this place before. Running 2nd, Pinniger 3rd, Neighbors 4th, McCarl 5th. 6th at the line, Danny Jennings. 7th, Zach Chappell. 8th, Michael Dupuis. 9th, Brian Brown. 10th, Ryan Anderson. Anderson goes high. Brown stretches out a little bit.
Oh, red flag over in turn 4. Looks like the AB of John Bankston is involved.
Johnson now picks up the pace a little bit, coming off onto the front stretch. Johnson has a pretty decent jump. Sellers holds tight, goes low, going into turn number 1.
Well, Larry Pinniger with a good run on the high side moves up into that 3rd spot around Larry Neighbors down the back straightaway. Terry McCarl still running 5th. Now Larry Pinniger takes a look at Robert Sellers. You race for 2nd off turn 4.
Wayne Johnson stretching out to a pretty solid lead right now over Robert Sellers in 2nd. Pinniger slips back a little bit to 3rd now. McCarl goes by Neighbors for 4th. Side by side down the back stretch. McCarl low, Neighbors up on the cushion.
Well, Terry McCarl able to make the move for that 4th spot around Larry Neighbors. He falls back to 5th as Michael Dupuis and Zach Chappell battling it out. Robert Sellers all out of shape there in turn 2.
Sellers holds 2nd now, but Pinniger's right beside him through 3 and 4. Pinniger goes high, looks to maybe nip around. Sellers coming down the front straightaway side by side at the flag stand.
Sellers sticks it on the bottom side, down the low groove. Now Terry McCarl sees Larry Pinniger with success on the high side. Pinniger to 2nd. Sellers in 3rd now. Terry McCarl works the high side. He's got Larry Neighbors in tow. Off turn 4, your race for 3rd. Terry McCarl now to the bottom side of Robert Sellers for 3rd. Slide job takes it away for the 3rd spot in turn 2.
Halfway home for Wayne Johnson this time by. He's got about a straightaway and a half advantage right now on Larry Pinniger. Wayne Johnson just stretching it out at this point.
Larry Neighbors moves around Robert Sellers, who seems to have lost his handling on that car number 4E as he races down the back straightaway. Terry McCarl, meanwhile, trying to reel in Larry Pinniger. You race up front in 2nd. Larry Neighbors still running in that 4th spot. Robert Sellers is 5th. Now Zach Chappell looks to the bottom side of Sellers for 5th. Got it. Oh, Zach Chappell! Way sideways!
Zach Chappell did all he could to park that car in turn number 2, kept it going. Your race for 2nd now. McCarl slides up, gets way out of shape. McCarl slows dramatically now. Neighbors comes up behind McCarl. Pinniger stretches it out now. Terry just about got in the fence in the middle of turn 2.
Justin, I'm not sure. Maybe a slick spot. We saw Zach Chappell do the exact same thing as both cars gathering it back in. Now Larry Neighbors all over Terry McCarl in turns 1 and 2. Off turn 2, Terry McCarl able to hold off Larry Neighbors as Wayne Johnson has set the sail up high, working lap traffic as he goes into turn 1.
Fifth now, Zach Chappell. Sixth, Robert Sellers. Seventh, Ryan Anderson. Eighth, Michael Dupuy. Ninth, Christy Passmore. Passmore jumps the cushion a little bit, gathers it back up. 10th, Danny Jennings. 11th, Tim St. Arnold. 12th, Kevin Ramey. 13th, Dennis Moore Jr. 14th, well, looks to be Roger Reger at this point.
Well, your race is still down the back straightaway. Larry Pinniger running in that second spot seems to be able to pull away from Terry McCarl. But Larry Neighbors is really reeling him in down the front chute, working on Terry McCarl in lap traffic. "16 laps in the books."
There you see your leader now in heavy traffic. Tim St. Arnold spins right in front of your leader. Arnold gathers it back up. Wayne Johnson, who's had a pretty easy go of it here, saw a whole lot of Tim St. Arnold in the middle of turn number 1.
And Larry Pinniger, who runs in that second spot in the middle of a lot of lap cars, and allows Terry McCarl to work around the high side of the 14C of Mike Trent. Pinniger stuck behind the lap car. Brian Brown down the back straightaway. Here comes Terry McCarl, nose to tail.
A white flag is out for your leader. A white flag.
Neighbors gets around McCarl in lap traffic. Now Larry Neighbors looks to the high side of turn 2. 2 lap cars ahead of Larry Pinniger and Larry Neighbors down the back straightaway, nose to tail. Pinniger able to thread the needle. Off turn 4, your winners, Wayne Johnson. Larry Pinniger comes home second. Larry Neighbors third. Terry McCarl fourth.
'29 car, the Tweety Bird up on the top wing. F&J Construction on the side panels coming out front.
Wayne Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. I heard you coming around a little bit ago and you said the car got a little bit tight down here in 1 and 2.
No, it got tight coming off of 4 there, and I about got the fence. I tell you what, I buried up in the brake, and I just barely saved. I still thought I was going to hit. That's all I need.
Wouldn't have been good at all, but got yourself pretty good shape for tomorrow night. Of course, you're a defending champion, and what a way to start out, getting that qualifying feature win.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot, and good luck for tomorrow night. As everybody comes back here, I'm going to get out of the way for the pictures as we get ready to go for the second night, which I said tomorrow night, but actually it's later on this evening. And we want to remind everybody in the photos for this evening on behalf of Advance Auto Parts is Greg Whiskerhoff, also Daryl Wood and Merv Wood. And our trophy girl this evening again is Brenna Vogel. Brenna Vogel. On behalf of Advance Auto Parts, we do invite everybody to come back out again tonight, later on tonight. That's hard to say, Tony Bacco. And also got full field, as you say, of 410 cars on the way. We'll send it back upstairs. Tony Bacco.